What's up, guys? It's Pip here. So, welcome back to Colorado Talk, discussion, whatever you want to call it nowadays. How do we start this episode? Now, here's the thing. I know that losses, it happens. It's the NHL. It's going to happen eventually. Not every team can go absolutely insane. They have 82 games to play on. It's not going to happen. Not everyone's going to go 82-0. No, there's going to be a loss. I know Vegas are on a crazy hot streak right now, being 11-0-1, but it's not going to happen to every team. So, let's talk about what went on. So, we already know in the back of our minds that Bednar gave Georgiev a couple breaks. So they put in Promatov. I don't know how to say his last name. His last name's kind of hard. It's Promatov. I'm not even gonna try anymore. But yeah, so we gave him a break. He was gonna be, the kind of our helping kind of hand against Vegas here, because Vegas is a really good team. But it just didn't work today, I guess. Just struggled the whole game, it feels like. So they put on a lot of shots on us. And yeah, we put a 41 on. I mean, that's, yeah. But Aiden Hill was just unstoppable. We couldn't get anything past him. We got shots down clearly, but just nothing was going past him. We had so many chances the whole game. First period, we did come out, they did score the first one, but I just feel like we were a good team in that first period. That first period, it got kind of, we were coming out swinging. We were trying the hardest. It was just, nothing was get past them. There was no luck whatsoever on our side. It was insane. It was crazy to watch. But then the goals just kept on adding and adding and adding and adding up. It was something else, basically. It was sad, honestly. It was just, it was hard to watch, I can tell you that. But it happens. Not every team's gonna go, that 82-0. Some teams they're gonna lose. It's gonna happen. But let's discuss future now, because there's not much to discuss here. The Avalanches got their butts handed to them. They weren't even on the ice, it feels like, but they tried. That's all I gotta say. They tried. Now, let's just talk about here in a couple games here. On Tuesday, they played the Devils at home. That game's gonna be interesting. I feel like. So, what are they at? Devils lost yesterday. Sorry, they lost against the Blues yesterday. They beat the Wild and then won again. It's a possibility. Devils are right now are third in the Metropolitan. So it's definitely it could be a good game. It could be a good game. So we play the Devils on Tuesday at home. It could be a good game. We'll see what happens there. Seattle, I don't know. We played really good against Seattle here last time in October. Seattle's definitely going to be, that team that's going to bite us a little bit once in a while. This could either be a close game or just absolute domination once again. But it just depends on how they come out swinging. If the Avalanche want to win this game, they'll come out swinging right away. Or they'll just let that one go in, and then they'll just come out again on that second period. Because that second period, we do really good in that second period. It's kind of crazy how this happens. I feel like Bednar, changes everything after when we go into that second period. He tells them, hey boys, we need to lock in here and actually put some points down, because if we don't, we're gonna lose games back to back to back. And he doesn't want that. He knows that we have a good team here, and he could use these star players out here. Now, talking about star players and everything, and we go back to the Vegas game here. Cale Makar, the first goal that went in, nothing has came out if he's, if something's going on with him or anything like that. I know it could have been he could have just landed wrong or landed weird and stuff like that. He's young, so he's gonna heal pretty easily. But God, if he just gets injured any time in the season, that's really going to shoot us in the foot. That's really going to hurt the team and morale, because we already have Gabriel Landeskog being out and, you know, still having talks that, oh my God, he's going to come back in the playoffs. But he's a captain, so he means a lot to the team right now. He's kind of hurting the team a little bit with not having a captain and just having 2 alternate captains constantly talking. We need a captain that fully control, which kind of sucks. I mean, you know, some teams right now don't have captains whatsoever. I mean, I understand that. I understand that leadership is not right there just yet. But with the Avalanche having Landeskog, he's been that leader that they've had for quite a long time. So, if we ever get him back, it's going to be really nice. But having this young Cale Makar out on injury would really hurt, because then our defense would be slower. I feel like we wouldn't have that control on defense that we really need. So, I'm praying he just doesn't get injured. He just keeps his young self, heal pretty quickly, you know, and get back to his normal kind of mood. And we have, you know, all-pro star player Cale Makar 24/7. I'm praying about that. It's the same thing with Mikko Rantanen, same thing with Nathan McKinnon. Injuries have hurt us in the past couple of years. It sucks to happen, but you know what happens to everyone. It's a hockey game. I mean, hockey really does kind of shrivel down the body once in a while. It hurts people. That's definitely something. But yeah, they play the Kraken on November 9th. Sorry, they play the Blues on November 11th. Sorry, 3 home games in a row, which is sick. That's hopefully some plus side there. We go to Seattle on November 13th. The Ducks, which is hopefully gonna be an easy game. It's kind of crazy right now. The standings right now are wild to see this, by the way. Stars are ahead of us right now since we did lose the game, but we're only a point behind, so it doesn't matter. Jets, did they win? Yeah, they beat the Coyotes, so they did move up from I clicked the wrong thing. From beating the Coyotes here, Blues moved up because they won against the Devils yesterday. I don't know if they played the game today, did they? No, they did. They did play the game. Okay, but they beat the Canadians, I see. Gotcha. But yeah, so the Blues, Coyotes, Preds, wild on the bottom is weird to see. Blackhawks, of course, on the bottom because they lost. No, they won today, didn't they? Yeah, they did win today. But Golden Knights, of course, on top. The Canucks are some reason in second place right now. I don't understand that. Kings, Ducks, which is going to be interesting. Kraken, Flames, Oilers, and Sharks. That's your Central. Eastern Conference. Sorry, that's your Western. Eastern Conference. Bruins, Red Wings, Lightnings, Tampa. Canadians, Sabres, Panthers, Senators on the bottom, which is wild. Rangers, Hurricanes, Devils, Islanders, which is kind of, you know, that's kind of the normal right there. Capitals, Flyers, Blue Jackets, and the Penguins are struggling at the very bottom at 4 and 6. But I mean, in our division, Central Division, the Stars and the Jets, I do see these three teams, are definitely gonna be bouncing for these top 3 leads. Blues, I mean, they'll fight once in a while here, but I feel like they won't be coming, you know, it's gonna be pretty hard for them to get in the playoffs this year. Same thing with Coyotes. Preds are gonna be, you know, they'll be bouncing. Wild, it just depends on if they pick up their wins here. They did win tonight, but I mean, it just depends. It really just depends. Blackhawks, no, they're not gonna make playoffs. There's no way. I'm sorry, there's no way. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just, I understand that not every team is gonna win. It happens. It's how the game goes. But it's hard to see a team this good lose 7-0. Like, oh, it hurts to watch. It hurts. It definitely hurts to watch. But I think that struggle will push the team forward to become the team they want to be and actually succeed this year. They're going to be a really good team once comes playoffs. Because you got to remember, hockey playoffs is different than regular season. It is way different than regular season. You can play as good as you want in the regular season. You can be number 1 in the division. You can be whatever you want to be. You can be as good as you want. But coming playoffs, everything changes. from refs, from bad calls to good calls to lucky calls to teams being outstanding, dominating, never stopping, just absolute chaos. From regular season where everyone's just playing. They're playing for, you know, that number 1 seed, 2, 3, 4, etc. Where playoffs, once you get there, you're looking for one thing only, and that's a Stanley Cup. So, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be interesting this year. This year is either going to be teams that come out of freaking nowhere like Florida and maybe show up in that higher tier Western Conference, Eastern Conference, etc. championship. Like it's something this year. This year is going to be wild for playoffs, I feel like, again. I mean, it just depends. It depends on what really goes on. If I really see the Vancouver Canucks in playoffs this year, I'm going to be sad. I'm sorry. I have a friend that is a Vancouver fan, and he's been crying about having his team a really bad team for the amount of years they've been a bad team, and he's happy that they're finally a good team. And we're like, oh yeah, you finally had a good team, but can you shut up, because we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. Get this Vancouver crap out of here, bro. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping they don't make playoffs this year. I'm watching. They're cooking right now. And do we want to talk about the Sharks? Do we want to talk about them, or do we just want to skip it for this episode? Because what is this? Is this just tank season? Because that's all they are looking for right now. They're looking for that top pick for next year. Because this is tank season right now. This is insane. I don't know what to say. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. But yeah, Devils on the 7th, which is on Tuesday. And yeah, more to come. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys comment down below how your NHL team is doing. Yeah, and what do you think playoff picture is gonna look like in the future? But yeah, hope you guys are subscribed. Make sure the notification bell is always on, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.